Hello there, welcome back to part 8 of Paper Mario. We are trekking over Mount Rugged right now, and oh, there's an egg there. If you search those bushes, you can actually find an egg. But yeah, we are, like I said, we're making our way over Mount Rugged, which is Chapter 2. Ah, no, confound it. Where could it be? Oh, sorry folks, very sorry. I was looking for something and not watching where I was going. What now? Aren't you Mario? Why, you are. You're the Mario. Hello there. The name's Perkery. I deliver letters. I'm normally a letter-perfect postman, but I'm having a bit of trouble with a lost letter. Wouldn't you know it, I dropped it on Mount Rugged and now I can't find it. If you happen to stumble upon a letter anywhere around here, please tell me, alright? My job could depend on it. I'll be searching this area thoroughly for a while. So yeah, like he said, that's Perkery. Basically what we're doing right now is we're looking for 3 lost letters that he dropped on Mount Rugged during his ventures. And yeah, if we return those 3 lost letters to him, we'll actually get a reward. So, making our way through Mount Rugged to find those letters. Lots of Monty moles, which are primary enemies up here on in this area. And there's one letter right there. Fortunately, Mario can't reach it. So the only way to get it is Cooper. Got a letter to Merlin in Toad Town. So that's one letter. More clefs. Oh, by the way, those are also enemies. Those are called clefs. Just making sure I have all my stuff ready to go. But I figured, you know, I might as well just introduce them. These are clefs. And they're very weak to items that cause earthquakes, so a POW block. Which is the only thing we can use right now because we don't have a badge that is affected. That we don't have the badge that we need to defeat them at the moment, but we will get it in this chapter. Yeah, we're gonna continue trekking this way. And then you'll come up to a slide. And by sliding down the slide, it'll take you over to another part of this area, which is where we will find the second letter, which is just right up there on top of the ridge. We'll ignore the cleft for now. Monty moles everywhere, so you gotta watch where you're going. They'll pop out of the walls, out of the ground. Yeah, if you go up here, you'll find a treasure chest. And you'll find the damage dodge badge. If you do an action command, it decreases Mario's damage by 1. You know, we actually battled this guy before, but we didn't. I didn't show you exactly like what they do. So like, obviously you can't jump on them. They got spikes, and this is why they're hard right now to beat, because if I try to use a hammer attack, it's not going to affect them one bit. However, at this point, we do have Bombette. And she's the only partner as of right now that is effective against these guys, because they are weak to bomb attacks. Or anything that causes explosions or vibrations of any sort. Which is the only thing we can do is just do nothing. But yeah, one more bomb will take care of this guy. I figured I'm getting 3 star points per enemy that I defeat of them, so I figured I might as well pick him up. And you get your honey syrup right there. And then the next letter is right over here, so if we take this slide, it will bring us up over here to the second letter. A letter to Colorado. Or Colorado. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. I don't know if it's Colorado or Colorado. I'm just going to be identifying him as Colorado for now. Oh yeah, that's the badge up there that we need. That's the Quake Hammer badge. We can't get it right now, but we will get it very soon. That badge is very effective against these cliffs that we're encountering. So yeah, we're gonna make our way over here to this next part. And we're gonna drop down here, and this will be the location of the third letter, a letter to Goompapa in Goomba Village. So now that we got all three letters, we can now return to Perkery, who is still searching the area close to the station, so we can return all the letters to him. I figured it's kind of a long trek, so let's just go ahead and just fast forward. And we're going to give him one of these letters. Oh, that's the one. Ah, thanks for finding it. I'm so relieved. Actually, I'm looking for two other letters I may have lost. It wasn't my fault, really. If you find them, could you? Thank you so much. Yep, so here's the next one. Oh, there we go. That's one of the ones I dropped by accident. Thanks so much, really. Of course, there's still one more letter left. If at all possible, could you please find it too? I'm really scouring this area down here, but so far I haven't had much luck. Well, you're looking in the wrong area. The last letter, you found it. Now I've got all the letters I've lost today. Oh, thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I wish there was some way I could repay you for your help. Actually, to be honest, I haven't just lost letters on Mount Rugged. I may have sort of dropped some all over the Mushroom Kingdom while I was flying. Yeah, you know, you're good at finding letters. Do you think you can keep an eye out during your travels? In return, I'll offer you whatever help I can. And we're gonna have to take them. Oh, praise the stars. I wasn't looking forward to finding all those letters all by myself. No, sir. I'll do my very best to help. You shall not regret this. So yeah, Perkery will now join our party. Thing about Perkery is he can get us across large gaps that Mario can't normally cross by himself. And while he's in battle, he can attack with Skydive or smash into enemies using his Shell Shot ability. Now, onward. Oh, but hey, by the way, if you want to deliver a letter to someone, just speak to that person. I have to be next to you at the time for it to work, though. Keep that in mind, alright? So yeah, the gimmick with Perkery is that he's a postman. You will find more than just these three letters all over the Mushroom Kingdom. It won't be just those three. There's going to be plenty more that we're going to find throughout this playthrough. When you're delivering letters to those that had lost letters and you're returning them, Perkery has to be next to you at all times. Otherwise, if you try to deliver the letter and he's not next to you, it's not going to work. So, anyways, I figure we'll show off Perkery's abilities. He's got Skydive, which is basically he just flies up and kicks the enemy. It only does 2 damage, but as you upgrade your party members, their attacks will get stronger. And then we got Shell Shot, which is I missed there, but technically what happens is, yeah, he flings himself at the enemies, he hits the enemies, and it does, like, big attack power. But I screwed up that one, so we'll have to finish him off with Mario. And I do know about Waka, which we'll actually meet him a little bit later, probably after Chapter 2. We'll meet Waka. But yeah, I do know about Waka. I just forgot about him when I was recording this playthrough. But yeah, Monty Moles everywhere. They come out of the walls, grounds, they ambush you. So, you know, let's just cut to the chase and just take care of them. But I figured, you know, I'm at 95 star points. I might as well get that level up. But before we continue onward, we're going to go ahead and head to the left. because there's a badge over here that will definitely help us, not only on Chapter 2, but in future chapters as well. So by flying over here, you find the Quake Hammer badge, slightly damages all enemies on the ground or ceiling. So which means it works just like a POW block. Mario takes his hammer, he smashes it into the ground, it pretty much creates an earthquake, and it's very effective against the clefs. I was actually trying to jump over him, but he ended up attacking me, so I just went and skipped it. But we'll show it off here. So obviously, regular hammer attacks don't work against these guys. But now that we have the Quake Hammer, this will actually take care of them literally in like one turn. Very effective against these guys. So it makes battling these guys a lot easier. And by doing that, we leveled up. And I upgraded my badge points, since I'm going to be probably using a lot more badge points and FP points over HP. So but yeah. And now that we have Perkery, we can actually fly across this gap and continue onwards over Mount Rugged, which will lead us to Dry Dry Desert. Hey there. Hold up a sec, partner. Just a darn minute. I've seen you somewhere. Yep, very similar. You look a lot like this feller Mario's who's on Bowser's Wanted poster. Now Give, what is your name? So this is Buzzard. He's an optional boss. You don't have to necessarily fight him. So you're left with 3 options, Mario, Luigi, or Princess Peach. If you pick Luigi, you can actually bypass him and you don't actually have to fight him. He'll actually believe you that you look like Luigi, even though clearly I'm wearing a red hat with an M on it. But yeah, if you answer Luigi every time, he'll just let you pass. But the thing about Buzzard is that until you beat him, every single time you cross by this area, he's going to stop you every single time. So I chose to fight him, just to not only get rid of him so he'll stop being an annoyance, but also to get those star points. And Buzzard says the same dialogue every single time you encounter him, so I'm not going to read the dialogue again. So pretty much he's going to tell you that you look familiar, look like this guy on Bowser's Wanted poster. Then you get your 3 options of answering Mario, Luigi, or Peach. Obviously, if you answer Mario or Luigi, or Mario and Princess Peach, you're going to have to fight him. But we're going to fight him, so I'm going to answer Princess Peach. So I'm Princess Peach. What's that, Princess Peach? You take me for a fool. Princess Peach is captured up there in Bowser's castle. You reckon I don't know that? You're asking for it, you big fibber. I'm thinking you're Mario. Prepare for your whooping. So yeah. Again, this is Buzzard. He's an optional boss. He doesn't have to be fought, but again, I'm fighting him for the star points. And this is Perkery's Shell Shot. I actually got it that time. So he has 3 attacks. This is one. He creates wind. You have to rapidly press the A button. And depending on where your thing goes in the bar, that's how much damage you'll take. And you can also damage your partners, obviously, damage Perkery. This is his grab attack. You have to mash A here. You have to get within the OK zone, so it's kind of similar to like running from battle. And if you don't clear that OK zone, he actually takes you up and he drops you and you do damage. And then that's another attack. He just comes down and swoops at you. Doesn't do much damage as long as you guard. Yeah, his grab attack, you just mash A until you gotta get above that OK mark. Then you don't have to worry about taking damage. Oh yeah, that's another attack he does. He just throws feathers at you. Yeah, I ran out of FP here, so that's why this is taking so long. I believe this is where I failed this attack. Yeah, so like if you fail, you actually take damage. I think that's the strongest attack. There we go. Yep. By being him, I got 15 star points, and now Buzzard will no longer be a nuisance. Yow! I got whooped. And now we continue onward. Again, optional boss, didn't have to fight him, but it's good to get him out of the way. And now we are trekking our way through Dry Dry Desert. But first, before we do that, let's check in with these guys and see what they're up to. And actually, I'm going to switch over to Cooper for a partner because there's some unique dialogue that can be missed. Well, hello there, old boy. How goes the travels, eh? I'm known as Colorado. I'm an archaeologist, you know. I travel the world. At the moment, I'm turning Dry Dry Desert upside down to find the Dry Dry ruins. My assistants have attempted to gather information in Dry Dry Outpost, which is near here. Sadly, as of yet, we're having little success. All I need's a clue and we'll be golden. What? Whoa, you're Professor Colorado? It's Cooper. I live next to you. It's so great to see you. I never would have expected to meet up with you out here. I'm right in the middle of an expedition with Mario. I want to be an archaeologist just like you. Hello there, Cooper. It's been ages. So, if you're serious about taking up archaeology, you and I should go exploring someday. Anytime, really. For now, you concentrate on your venture with Mario. You'll never attain such fame in archaeology as I have if you don't finish one task before starting the next. Whoa, okay. As soon as we're done saving the princess and Mushroom Kingdom and everything, you and I will go exploring. Yeah, I figured I'd make Cooper's hopes and dreams come true, so... Yeah, again, more dialogue that can be missed by lots of players. Figured I'd show it off. Yeah, this is Dry Dry Desert. It's a gigantic area. I believe it's a 7x7 grid. So it's a pretty big area that you can explore. We're not going to do it right now. Maybe in an extra video maybe we'll explore Dry Dry Desert a little bit, but because we're on a time crunch with this playthrough, I figured we'll just hold off on it for now. Hello, fellow travelers. I'm in the middle of a journey, just as you appear to be. Other travelers I met are like brothers and sisters to me. If a town is what you seek, follow this path to the east. A desert town called Dry Dry Outpost waits at path's end. So yeah, we'll do more. Dry Dry Desert actually has a lot of treasures, hidden treasures that you can actually find. And there's actually maps of it you can find online, like where you can find these treasures. But like I said, because of the time crunch with this playthrough, we'll probably do that in an extra video at the end. But this is the last section to Dry Dry Outpost. But before we go there, we're going to head south. Because there is actually useful stuff down here that we need to pick up before we head to town. So yeah, this is Dry Dry Oasis. It's a area just in the desert. Here you can find, if you hit that tree, you can find a lime. And then we'll come back to this here in just a moment. And then if you come up here and you hit this tree, you will find a lemon. And we actually need this because this is actually going to help us when we enter Dry Dry Outpost. So we're going to toss the Sleepy Sheep because I don't use those items anyways, and we're going to keep the lemon. But yeah, this block, it's called a power block. Or a super block. So with these blocks, you can upgrade your party members. The member that you upgrade, their attack power will increase, they'll learn a new ability, and they'll be much stronger in battle. So, Goombario, if we upgrade Goombario, he'll learn Charge. If we do Bombette, she'll learn Power Bomb. If we do Perkery, he'll master Airlift. But we're going to go ahead and do Bombette for now. Because her Power Bomb move is actually pretty strong against a lot of enemies in battle, so. Another feature too is that if you go to your party section and you click on the party member, you can actually see all their attacks. So Power Bomb, Explode, and destroy all enemies on the ground. So it's just like the bomb attack, but she'll attack all enemies except for just the one. So again, a very powerful move. I highly recommend upgrading partners that you think you'd use the most. And I use Bombette a lot in battle, so I figured Power Bomb would be a great move to move. But since I couldn't outrun these guys, I figured I'd show it off here in battle what Power Bomb does. So again, Power Bomb, you gotta repeatedly press A. It's just like the bomb attack, but instead of destroying one enemy, you destroy all of them. So yeah. Figure I'd skip the coins. But yeah. Welcome to Dry Dry Outpost. Wonder what that squeak's up to. And it's temporarily closed. Oh, darn it. We'll come back to that later. Before we continue on, we're going to go ahead and take a trip down this alleyway here, because back here you will find a wizard, a member of Merlin's family, hanging out back here in a tent. Hello, welcome. How are you? Feeling jolly? Feeling blue? I'm Merle, you see. That's me, a cuter gal you'll never see. I do magic, but not for free. Your luck has steered you well, for I am the master of the spell. When my spell upon you glows, you might get lucky, but who knows? Do you dare to take a chance? Want to watch my cards dance? Oh, how lovely. Very good. Pick one now, if you would. I'll pay as much as I could. So she offers 3 courses. You get special course, got ordinary, you got petite course. I always go with the special course just because it is actually more efficient and actually more, it's just better to choose. I was trying to think of the word to use, but yeah. I always go with the 50 coin one because it actually is beneficial to you to do that one. I think you'll find this power might get your foes to cower. It will light your darkest hour. Even should you meet a beast, do not fear, not in the least. My spell makes a famine feast. See you then. Please come again. Goodbye, my friend. And we'll actually see her powers as we progress through the storyline. We'll actually see it a lot in this playthrough. So yeah. Someone who gives nice things is nice. Yes, very nice. Nice guys get told nice stuff. Give something or don't give anything. And we're going to do give something. And we're going to give him a lemon. Why? Because he likes lemons. Oh heavenly, a lemon, the nicest of nice things. You have proven you're nice by giving me my favorite thing. And since you're so nice, yes, I'll tell you something really nice. So anyways, you get 5 options here. You can do not necessary. You can learn about Dry Dry Desert, how to get to the ruins, favorite food, or how to see Mostafa. We're going to do how to see Mostafa. To find Mr. Mostafa, go to the shop in this town. First, buy a dried shroom, then buy a dusty hammer. You must buy them in the correct order, yes. Remember, dried shroom first, and then dusty hammer. This is a secret sign known to those loyal to Mostafa. If you buy these things in the correct order, the owner of the shop will let you see Mr. Mostafa. Remember, you must not buy them in the incorrect order. If you still seek knowledge, you must give me something more, yes? You understand? And we're going to go ahead and do enough because we already know what we need to know. I wish you luck in finding Mr. Mostafa, nice guy. Anyways, I already knew the whole, trick to see Mr. Mostafa, but for this playthrough, I figured I'd show it off because, yeah, it's good to know, especially for new players who've never played this game before. So yeah, we're going to go to the shop here, and we're going to buy the items in order. Little Mauser's shop of Dry Dry Outpost. What can we interest you in? I'm going to store the lime because I will need it for later. And the egg. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy those items in order. So we're gonna buy the dried shroom first. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna buy the dusty hammer. What ho? Buying a dusty hammer after a dried shroom? Is a secret sign that only friends of Mr. Mustafa know. That means you're in with Mustafa? Hey, brother, good to meet you. Have any questions you need answered? You want to see Mr. Mustafa? He's usually up on the highest part of Dry Dry Outpost. Just keep going up, my man. So yeah. And I figured, you know, I never use these items. I'm just going to sell the dusty hammer and the dried shroom back. Because the dusty hammer doesn't really do much damage. It's basically, you just throw it in battle and it hits an enemy. Dried shroom only heals 1 HP. No point in keeping the items if they don't really benefit you. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go see Mr. Mustafa. And as the shop owner said, he's on the highest point of Dry Dry Outpost. And you notice this mouse isn't blocking this door anymore. I wonder if he might be somebody that we might be looking for. Anyways, if you go behind here, you'll find a letter to the nomad mouse on the road. The mouse that we spoke to when we were coming to Dry Dry Outpost. But yeah. But here's that mouse. I wonder what he's doing here. Hey, nice guy. We meet again. I'm glad you found me. I'm Mustafa. I'm the one you've been seeking all this time. When I'm out and about in Dry Dry Outpost, I use the name Sheik. It's always good to meet a genuinely nice guy. I meet people all the time, but you are by far the nicest guy I've met so far. Your name is Mario, yes. I heard that you want to go to Dry Dry Ruins. I have a feeling you are on an important journey, so I will tell you a secret. Dry Dry Ruins is a very important place. My ancestors have watched over it for many generations. If I do not keep evil folk out of the ruins, who will? You must promise me that you will tell no one the secret. I'll give you this. And we got the pole stone. The closer you get to Dry Dry Ruins, the faster it will flash. This pole stone is the key to finding Dry Dry Ruins. Take it to the desert, yes? The pole stone will flash above your head as you get close to the ruins. The closer you get to the ruins, the faster the pole stone will flash. Follow where it leads you. Find the place where the pole stone flashes the fastest and use it to open the way. So yeah. By meeting Mustafa, we got the pole stone, which will allow us to easily find Dry Dry Ruins out in Dry Dry Desert. And like he said, all we gotta do is take it back to the desert with us and take it to the place where it flashes the fastest. Anyways, folks, we will find Dry Dry Ruins in part 9. See you then.